Hey patrons, for this week's video, I did these two gouache paintings. And for my patrons, what I did was I filmed the whole process with the full commentary in real time. And it ended up being really long, as you can imagine. So I'm going to break this into two videos. This will be one, and this will be one. And I show my palette, I show all the color mixing, and I talk to you about the different things I'm doing. These are timed paintings. So this was something like 13 minutes on this one. It's supposed to be a 10-minute one. I always go over. So this was like 13 minutes. This one was supposed to be a 10 or 15-minute one. I think it was supposed to be a 15-minute one, and I ended up, this is hilarious. When you see this, there's part of this video that is so funny, but I'll upload this video next week. This is what I'm uploading for you guys today, and then Saturday's YouTube video will be a shortened version of these two paintings, time-lapsed and shortened, just to give my YouTubers a glimpse of, you know, what I was up to this week. So this is what you're going to see today. This is what you'll see next week. And I hope you enjoy the video. I would love to hear from you in the comments. I would love to hear if you enjoy seeing this kind of content. I'm really enjoying doing really quick timed paintings now. I'm so inspired by Emma Carlisle's Patreon again. And yeah, so this is the video for today, and I hope you enjoy it. So since I'm going to be using the Senex Gouache, I'm going to take, and I don't want to pollute it by double dipping my brush, I'm going to take some of this and pop it out on my palette. The only thing is, I don't know, I've only used this in my wet palette. I don't know how long it's going to stay wet on my glass palette over here, which you guys probably can't see. I'm going to try that. If it ends up drying out too fast, I'll go to plan B. I actually didn't, you know, red is such a strong color. You really don't need that much red, and I always pull out too much red when I'm painting. Yellow and white, you can't seem to ever get enough of, but red goes, a little red goes a long way. I guess you don't need to watch me do this. I'll put these paints out and then I'll show you what I've got. Okay, so this is going to be a good test for the Senex because I have not used it this way. Like I said, I have not used it just laid out on a palette. I have no idea how quickly this is going to dry out, but I'll give you a quick run through. So that's scarlet red, what do they call this? Lemon yellow, yellow ochre, deep yellow, cerulean blue, ultramarine blue, burnt sienna, burnt umber, olive green, and what do they call this one? Sap green. Okay, so that is the palette. And I'm going to try to do some really fast landscapes. This is one not really going to stick to the picture. This is a picture I took at some wetlands down the road. Just going to go really quick and try to block in some impressions of the shapes. And I don't know how much you guys care if you see the palette or not. I just realized my timer is on my phone. So it's 10 after 2. I don't know how good I'm going to be at paying attention. So let me just try to take a color and try to lightly block things in. Let's see. This sort of has a... Okay, I'm going to change to a wider flat, and here we go. Hopefully I'm going to stick to about 10 minutes if I remember to look at my watch. I didn't put anything under my pages. I may regret that. This Senex Gouache is really richly pigmented. I underestimate it sometimes when I'm laying it down because I forget how rich the color is. So I'm going to move down from a cool blue. I'm going to use more of this cerulean with a tiny bit of yellow in it to warm it up a little bit. I'm going to have to move a lot faster if I'm going to finish in 10 minutes. This is the fun thing about Emma Carlisle's Patreons is she runs the timer. And you don't have to think about it much, but wow, does that time go fast. It's crazy how fast it goes. Okay, so we're going to put a warmer color in right near the horizon. And try to make my brush strokes go up into the sky. Okay. A light color for this back mountain. Let's see. Let's see what kind of purple we get with ultramarine in this. It's might be a muddy purple because this is like a cadmium red hue. And it may turn out that I just can't talk and paint fast at the same time. I'm 5 minutes in, guys. Okay, let's hit some of those greens in the back. Put in the darks first. And then I'm going to get a little bluer as I go back to here to give some atmospheric perspective. And I think I'm going to choose that my light source is coming in from this way. So even lighten that down a little more. Let's see, gonna yellow up some of this. Take some of this. I'm actually not worrying too much about what's actually here. At this point, I'm just blocking in areas and trying to pay attention to values. It's really, gouache is staying wet really nice. It's not drying up on me as fast as I would have thought it might have. Okay, getting really close on time here. Let's see. Okay, I'm obviously going to go over time because I just looked at the clock and I have like 1 minute left. Mixing the colors on my brush. Okay, that was 13 minutes. So I'm going to reflect a little bit of these clouds more. All right, 13 minutes. If this was a painting that I was doing, there's more that I would do to this, but since I'm doing timed studies, I'm going to leave it there and go on to the next one. So that's the first one. And I'm just going to take a minute to dry it with my hairdryer before I turn the page. But it's amazing what you can do in 13 minutes when you, don't push yourself and just think about shapes that you're blocking in. Okay, creatives, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Let me know what you thought of it, if you enjoyed seeing this type of video. And I will edit this one for next week. Loving this Senex Gouache, really happy with it. Can't wait till they come out with their acrylic gouache version, because that's going to be fun to play with too. But I will put a link to this below the video. I am loving how economical this is, how high, light fast and high quality the pigments are, and it mixes beautifully. So I'm kind of sounding like a commercial. They didn't pay me to say this, but I'm really enjoying this gouache. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video. I will talk to you later. Have a great week.